Siddhartha, by Herman Hesse. Siddhartha, the Brahmin's son, grew up by the river with his friend Govinda in the shade of a fig tree. His days were spent performing his noble duties, and the future held the promise of a great life. However, within him, an unquenchable thirst stirred. Despite the admiration and love he received from all, Siddhartha yearned for something. Yet he did not know what. Feeling like a caged bird, longing to soar beyond the confines of rituals and knowledge, Siddhartha, together with Govinda, took his first strides toward a life as an ascetic, leaving behind the familiar world he had known. As ascetics, they embraced extreme practices, fasting, meditation, self-denial, all to escape the suffering of existence. But even then, Siddhartha did not find what he sought. The rumors of a new teacher, Gautama, the Buddha, reached their ears. The allure of his teachings led them to contemplate leaving the ascetics. Thus, they embarked on a journey to hear the Buddha's teachings. In their search for the Buddha, Siddhartha and Govinda arrive in Jetavana, where the Buddha resides. Siddhartha is captivated by Buddha's teachings, but questions the concept of salvation, as it denies the world we live in. Despite admiring the Buddha, Siddhartha chooses to part paths once again. Govinda instead joins the Buddha's disciples. Siddhartha, having left the Gautama and his best friend behind, experienced a profound sensation of dread, as no teacher gave him that which he sought. However, as he observed the beauty of nature, the sun rising over mountains and the stars in the night sky, a feeling of absolute freedom enveloped him. And so he pressed forward, eventually reaching the gates of a city. There, he encountered Kamala, a beautiful courtesan. Intrigued, he sought her guidance. Kamala became his guide in matters of the flesh, teaching him the art of love. Siddhartha's exceptional intellect and open-mindedness endeared him to her, and he quickly rose in stature, becoming a wealthy merchant. However, Siddhartha's newfound material wealth and carnal pleasures soon left him feeling empty. Despite the comfort and luxury that surrounded him, he sensed a void deep within. With a sense of disgust and emptiness, he fled, running through the forest, far from the city. As he reached a river, he contemplated ending it all, but as he was about to fall into the river, the sacred sound of Om reached his ears, and suddenly, a renewed sense of vitality surged within him. Siddhartha, contemplating the river's timeless flow, felt a deep connection with it. He then crossed the river with an aged ferryman named Vasudeva. Siddhartha admired the simplicity of Vasudeva's life by the river, and so he offered his fine clothes in gratitude and expressed a desire to stay and learn from Vasudeva. Together they discovered profound wisdom in the river's constant flow and timeless nature. Meanwhile, unbeknownst to Siddhartha, Kamala had given birth to his son and had raised the child. Kamala and her son had gone on a journey to see the now dying Buddha. As they neared Vasudeva's ferry for crossing, Kamala was bitten by a snake. Vasudeva came to their aid and brought them to Siddhartha, having recognized the child's face. As Kamala's life slowly faded, the child was now in Siddhartha's hands. But the son was bitter and rebellious. He ran away from his father's humble life in the forest, wanting to return to the city where he once lived. While trying to go after him, Vasudeva convinced Siddhartha to let go, recognizing that the boy needed to find his own path. Siddhartha, filled with both pain and love for his son, reluctantly agreed. Time passed. As Siddhartha ferried people across the river, he no longer saw them as alien, but understood their simple desires and their pursuit of happiness. He listened to the river, achieving a profound sense of unity. One day, Govinda, on his unfulfilling spiritual quest as Buddha's disciple, comes across a melodious hum. It was Siddhartha's voice. Time had brought them full circle. In Govinda's profound moment of connection with Siddhartha, he touches Siddhartha's forehead and sees a continuous flow of countless faces, animals, and gods, all merging and transforming. He bows deeply, tears in his eyes, and experiences an intense feeling of love. Thank you for watching. Comment for more.